Hi guys, it's Odette. Thanks for coming to watch this video. As you guys know, school's ending and summer's coming up, and everyone's so excited to go swimming in a pool, going to the beach, and I thought, why not learn a little bit about dolphins, because dolphins live in the ocean. So we're going to read a short story about dolphins, and then afterwards we're going to do a really fun project. We're going to make an ocean in a bottle. We're going to learn how waves work. It's going to be really, really cool. So stay tuned for that, and let's get started. Dolphins, written by Justin McCory Martin. Let's meet the dolphin. Can dolphins fly? No, but they can leap very high in the air. Let's learn all about these amazing animals in the sea. Dolphins live in the water, but they are not fish. They are called mammals, just like tigers, gorillas, and people. We're the same type, all mammals. This is a dolphin. Dolphins have a dorsal fin and two flippers. Their tail ends in two flukes. Dolphins move their tails up and down to swim. Do you see that? Here's the flukes. That's what they use to swim. I see over here their eyes, their ear, their beaks. It's really, really cool. And over here we have a picture. Bottlenose dolphins have about 100 teeth. They're so small. Dolphins have a beak filled with razor-sharp teeth. They also have a blowhole for breathing air. Dolphins hold their breath underwater. Dolphins have lots of special skills. For one thing, they're great swimmers. They can swim 3 times faster than the highest human. Dolphins can swim about 25 miles per hour. It's like a car. Dolphins are great jumpers too. They can leap 20 feet in the air. Wow, that is as high as a house. Guys, it jumps higher than a kangaroo. A person can only jump 2 feet. But a dolphin could jump higher than a house. So imagine a house, it could jump higher than that. Dolphins are smart and friendly. Sometimes they swim right up to the boats. There are even stories about dolphins helping swimmers in trouble. Dolphins are very playful. They play together in the water. They blow bubbles, and they even play games like catch. So let's look at the pictures. We see a dolphin shaking a person's hand. They're playing together. It's really, really cool. Dolphins also have a special sense called echolocation. First, they make sounds like clicks and squeaks and gurgles, and then they listen for the underwater echoes. The echoes tell dolphins the size of a nearby sea creature and their exact location, where they are. What happens next? The dolphins swim over and find a tasty meal. So dolphins like to eat fish and octopus. They like to eat small fish. Dolphins live together in groups called pods. A pod usually has a boy dolphin, girl dolphins, and babies too. They're called calves. The dolphin pods swim, hunt, and play together. Dolphins talk with one another by whistling, slapping the water, or bumping heads. So over here, we see the 2 dolphins bumping heads. That means that's their way of talking to each other. Dolphin mothers take good care of their baby calves. They teach their calves about the ocean. Dolphin mothers show their calves how to dive. They also show their calves how to leap high in the air. And dolphin calves are with their moms for up to 6 years. There are bottlenose dolphins. These are bottlenose dolphins. They are trained to put on shows at aquariums. But there are 36 other kinds of dolphins. Let's meet a few. Many people call this a killer whale. But is it really a dolphin? It is. Killer whales are black and white and very big. How big? Some weigh more than 12,000 pounds. Killer whales are also called orcas, and they can weigh as much as 3 cars. They're very, very heavy. And they're actually really cool looking. They're black and white. Here is another one. It is called a Commerson's dolphin. It has markings that are the opposite of a killer whale. Cool. It's completely opposite. The other one was completely like more black and white. And this one's white and black. It's very, very cool. And Commerson's dolphins can spin while they swim, and they could swim upside down. And this is a river dolphin. It lives in the fresh water of a river instead of the salt water of an ocean. River dolphins use their long beaks to poke around and search for food. So apparently this dolphin lives in the Amazon River in Brazil. That's like a whole different country. We live in America, and this dolphin's in Brazil, just South America. Some dolphins are endangered. There are less than 4,000 Hector's dolphins left. You must be careful not to hurt the dolphins. The world would not be complete without them. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Okay guys, I hope you liked that story. I know I learned a lot about dolphins from this book. And what's one thing that the whole book had in common? Well, it was all about dolphins, and all the dolphins lived in water. Whether it be in an aquarium or in an ocean or in a river, they all lived in water. So I thought it would be cool if we make our own waves, and we make kind of like our own aquarium too. So let's talk about how we even have waves. Well, the water in general is flat. It doesn't necessarily move. But when there's wind, when the wind blows, it makes the ocean create waves because the wind is blowing on the water and it makes it move. Now, the bigger the wind, that means you're gonna have bigger waves. So imagine on a very, very windy day, you went to the beach. You're going to see a lot bigger waves than usual, and that's because of the wind. So now let's talk about our project. What are we going to need to make our ocean in a bottle? You're going to need a water bottle. It doesn't matter how big. It could be a bigger water bottle, a smaller one, or you could even use a plastic jar. It's fine. Then you're going to need water, any type of oil. It could be canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever you have at home. And then you're going to take food coloring, or if you don't have food coloring, you can use markers and a Bounty, and I'll explain how we're going to do that in a minute. And if you could get seashells or have sand or pebbles to make it feel more like an ocean, you could use that too. But if not, it's fine. And let's get started. Okay, so I think we're ready for our project. So I hope you have your water bottle or a jar, your vegetable oil, and some food coloring. And if you have anything that you want to put inside that you feel can make it feel more like an ocean, you should have that out now. I have these light blue stones, or like pebbles, so they look really cool to put inside. So the first thing that we're going to do is take off the label of the bottle if it has anything on it, so that you could only see the water in it. Because, I mean, if you want to keep it on, you could keep it on. Got it? Okay. So now that it's completely off, all you're going to do right now is fill up the water bottle up until here, like 1/3 of the way. 1/3 is like about this much of the bottle. Okay, and then the rest we're going to put oil till the top. So I filled up my water bottle in the sink 1/3 of the way, as you could see where the water is and how much I have left. You can now put in your food coloring. You need light blue or dark blue food coloring to make it the color of water. So that would be 1 or 2 drops. So that would be great. So here's the thing. What if you don't have food coloring? So I don't have any food coloring. So I'm going to make my own color. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a cup, and I'm going to empty out the water bottle and put it in this cup. You'll see why in a minute. So now I'm going to turn this water blue. I have over here a Bounty, and I have some markers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the blue marker, and I'm going to color the Bounty a little bit. So I have these 2 blues. I'll use the lighter one, and you're just gonna color it as much as you think you need. Just keep coloring it. Okay. So I don't want to waste the Bounty so much, so I'm just going to rip off the part that I colored. So as you could see, we have blue Bounty. So you're going to dip in the Bounty inside the water, and the color is going to come inside the water from the Bounty. So obviously the more color that you put, the darker the color is going to be. So this is too light for me, so I'm going to add a little bit more blue. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to color it. So maybe I should try to use a darker blue. So I'm going to color the Bounty now. A new Bounty, because that Bounty is now wet. I'm going to color a new piece of Bounty dark blue. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. And I'm just going to put it in, so that it could become a little bit darker, but it's all up to you. Okay, so now that it became a dark blue, you're going to pour it back into your water bottle. So if you have a funnel, you can use a funnel so it's easier, or you could have your mom help you pour it in very gently underneath the sink. So now that I poured my blue water into the cup, into the bottle, this is what it looks like. And really all I did was I took my cup and I poured it in. That was it. So now the next part is you're going to either put your pebbles in now or later. I'll put one in from now, just so that we see it. I'll put two. It's all the way on the bottom. And now you're going to pour in the oil all the way to the top. I'm just going to put a little bit more. Okay, so now that I filled it up all the way to the top, you're going to let the oil settle because now it's all bubbly. I'm going to put some more stones in there so it looks like an ocean. And then you're going to close the water bottle very, very tightly. If you have tape, tape it around just so that it doesn't open. Okay. So now that we finished setting up our water bottle, I have water and I have my oil and stones, and I closed my bottle up. Before we show what's going to happen when we shake it, I want to show you a picture. So over here we have this picture. This is an ocean, and here's the waves. There's only waves whenever the wind passes, because the wind makes little ripples in the water, which is why we have waves. The wind makes it wavy. So now, let me show you our bottle again. We're going to try to make our own waves in this bottle. So I'm going to flip the bottle over, and all of a sudden, I see the blue is on the bottom, and the oil stays on top. The oil is like the air, which is why it's kind of clear. And if I shake it, and I try to make my own waves, it actually looks like there's a wave in here. You see? There's an actual wave. So you can make your water darker so that you could see it better, but there is a wave, and the water and oil are not mixing. So the reason why it's not mixing and we're able to do this is because there's something called density, and water is more dense than oil. That means that water is heavier than oil, and oil goes on the top because it's lighter. And they don't mix because they're different densities, lighter and heavier. And that's why no matter how much you shake it, it still stays together. So there you have it. You made your own ocean in a bottle. No matter what you do, it's going to stay like that. You're going to see as much waves as you want and enjoy making this and enjoy playing with this at the end. Thanks for watching, guys.